a little sidetrack I'm taking on this radio control conversion. This is going to be rubber band power, but not radio control. Hi guys, if you've seen the previous videos, you'll know that I'm in the process of converting this Poundland Race X frictional flywheel driven car to a radio control car. But along the way I couldn't resist having a go at making it rubber band powered. So one thing I do when I'm doing these conversions is do a mock-up chassis to check that I get the dimensions right. So that's what that one is. Having done that, I was thinking I could make it rubber band powered. So this is the next chassis. Pretty much the same as that. Those bits there are just for me to know where the axles would come out. On this one, I've converted the front one to axle tubes, so we should be able to put an axle through there and put wheels on it. And at the back end, I've been looking at bevel gears. Now, it should work. Just depends on whether I've got the dimensions right and how much power it will require to turn the wheels. I'll either have it overpowered and the wheels will spin, or underpowered and it won't move. And we won't know until I try it out. So I printed this bit first just to test the alignment. That's a bit of bicycle spoke bent there. We've actually got a ratchet effect, or whatever you want to call it, on there so it can freewheel when the rubber band's finished. So it can do that. Actually, that's it's all a little bit tight in there, so it probably won't freewheel properly at the moment. That'll need to wear in a bit, or a bit of lubrication. And to get the alignment right there, that piece and that piece can be slid along so that we can align the gear, that bevel gear with that bevel gear. And then I ought to put a drop of glue on there to hold them in place. I haven't done that. So if it all goes wrong, I may have to. And then this piece, I could have printed it all in one, but I've printed it separately so we can glue that in place. There's a couple of little notches there to hold it in place. So a bit of super glue on there, and we should be ready to go. So I'll do that, I'll glue it in place, put the wheels on it, and see if we can put a rubber band on it. I've taken the flywheel motor apart so we can get the axle out of it. So now we have a rubber band powered chassis. Looks like it might work. I think I may have to glue the pinion gear onto the shaft because it's not very tight, and if I wind it up too much then it spins without spinning the wheels. So I think I'll do that, put a little bit of glue on it. I slide it up out the way. A little bit of glue, and slide it back in. And I'll leave that to dry. and then we'll give it a little try. So there we are. We'll wind it up and see if it goes. I'm going to wind it up just by pushing it backwards. Oh, it's slipping. It's slipping and it didn't freewheel properly. So I need to lubricate it and adjust the gear alignment. Well, it didn't come back, so that was an improvement. That rubber band may be a bit too strong. Well, I've just realised I made a classic mistake. I've actually got my ratchet or bevel in the wrong direction. Yeah, it's actually the wrong direction. So when the power builds up, it's actually acting the way it should in reverse. Can't really show you. Yeah, there we go. So power's building up and it's actually slipping the wrong direction. I got it backwards. Oh, curses. Okay. Well, the easiest thing for me to do is print it again with the opposite bevel on it. So it goes, well, not the opposite bevel, the opposite ratchet on it. So it goes the right way. If I ran it backwards, it'd be fine. But I've made it the wrong way round. Classic. If I hadn't super glued the cradle in place, I could just flip the cradle over the other way. Or take the wheels off and put the gear on the other side. Yeah, that'll save me reprinting it. Although, yeah, there's a reason for not doing that. It's quite difficult to get the gear over the bevels on the axle where the wheels are gripped. So it'll actually make it quite loose if I do that, flip it over. Easier to reprint that. We've been out for our coffee, midday snack, and I left it printing while we were out. So that's the new gear with the opposite. Can we see that's the opposite? It's the opposite ratchet effect, as I'm calling it. That little spiral turns the opposite way. So now, when we wind it up by turning the wheels backwards, it actually clamps in place instead of slipping over. And we're using weaker rubber bands as well, so hopefully we can get it to run slightly further. Looks good. Okay. Perfect. Back the other way. Going to end up breaking it like that, aren't we? That clearly could have gone a lot further because I could have wound that up a lot more. I'm going to class that as a success. We'll just have a quick go, see if we can hit the camera. Just in case you're wondering, I put that against the back wall or the window so we didn't shatter the front of the car when it kept hitting it. That's why it was a bit quieter at the end there. Still, 100% success. I suppose I could even make those files available on Tinkercad. Can't imagine anybody will really want to do that, but yeah, it works.